Next on Worcester News tonight, a warning from police to be vigilant. Two young girls say a man approached them in a white van. Plus, one last effort to save a former Worcester church. The Save Notre Dame Alliance is bringing the developer to court. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Police are searching for suspects tonight after disturbing incidents in both Hubbardston and Gardner. Young girls told police a man tried to lure them into a van, and now law enforcement want to make sure people are aware and vigilant. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us live now with more on our top story tonight. Brittany?
Olivia, according to Hubbardston and Gardner police, 3 incidents have happened just this week, and now they're investigating to find out if they could all be connected.
I know what to do in these sort of situations, but it is still really scary.
Communities in central Massachusetts are on alert Wednesday after several reports of a suspicious man approaching young girls.
2 daughters were waiting for the bus, and a gentleman in a white van wearing a hat and glasses was filming them or taking pictures of them with his camera.
This report coming in after Gardner police say 2 young girls were approached by a man in a white van Tuesday who then told them to get in the van and offered candy. Hubbardston Police Sergeant Ryan Kuchar says a 3rd incident was just reported today.
We've also had reports of a gentleman with Einstein-like hair in a black sedan, and he was talking to a 14-year-old girl that was jogging and asking her questions about where she lives and things like that, making her uncomfortable.
Kuchar says the departments are working together with little information, but say the incidents could be connected.
It's definitely possible that it's the same person. The one in the black sedan, we don't know. You know, it could be if he's using a different vehicle, or it could be a different person. So.
For teens like Cameron the Tulip, it has them thinking twice about walking home from school.
I usually walk here to get my little brother, but I just asked to be picked up and if me and him could get a ride back home, because just with the whole situation, it doesn't feel right to just be walking home.
She says the incidents were big talk at the school.
They put it over the announcements at school to kind of like warn everyone to be more careful, and everyone's just kind of scared about it.
Kuchar says in these situations, staying away from the vehicles, getting away and reporting what happened is important.
We haven't had any reports of anything like this in quite a while, so yeah, it's a little alarming. We just, we want the public to be safe.
Now, police in both towns are asking residents to be alert and report anything suspicious, and if anyone has any further information on these specific incidents, to call police. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A 20-year-old Worcester woman is killed Tuesday night. Police say she was struck by an SUV on Grafton Street. According to Worcester police, Gabriella Lowell was unconscious in the roadway when officers arrived. The crash happened around 9:30 Tuesday night near the Roosevelt Elementary School. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The driver did remain on scene. The cause of the crash is under investigation. A city man is arrested Tuesday after police say he bit an officer. According to Worcester police, 19-year-old Brandon Carrion was driving downtown when an officer noticed him. He knew Carrion didn't have a license to drive and pulled him over. The 19-year-old climbed out of the passenger side window. He started to run away, but the officer caught up with him. As the officer had him on the ground, Carrion bit him and started to run away again. He was eventually arrested on the 2nd floor of the Union Station parking garage. He is facing multiple charges, including operating with a suspended license and resisting arrest. A group fighting to save a historic church in Worcester is making one last attempt to salvage the building. The Save Notre Dame Alliance has filed a motion in Worcester Superior Court and hopes to delay demolition of the structure. Our Chandler Walsh joins us live now with the details. Chandler?
Olivia, the lawsuit is against 2 parties, City Square 2 Development Company, which is a subsidiary of Hanover Insurance Group, and Cutler Associates, who are in charge of demolition. Construction workers on scene of the former Notre Dame des Canadiens church Wednesday. Some of the building's windows have even been removed.
We are days away from demolition.
The Save Notre Dame Alliance has spent months trying to save the church. Member Barbara Haller says they've unsuccessfully tried to get help from the building's owner, Hanover Insurance, the city manager, mayor, and city councilors. Now, 13 members are making one more effort.
And so we've gone to court.
They filed a civil action lawsuit in Worcester Superior Court and say demolition is a violation of state regulations. Haller says the church is listed on the state's inventory of historic and archaeological assets, and Hanover never filed the required notice with the state.
The state has regulations that say if you are taking down or doing substantially altering a building of historic importance, you have to go through the State Historic Commission.
Worcester residents walking by the fenced-off church have mixed feelings.
I still think they should keep it, but if the conditions are that bad, then they should take it down.
I feel like we would lose a piece of our history. Longtime
Worcester resident Angelo Padine says he's impressed with the Alliance's efforts.
I definitely feel for the Worcester residents that are coming together, that are putting, these big companies in their place as well, because we have rights as well.
Meanwhile, Haller says they're hoping a judge requires Hanover to go through the historic review to slow the demo and give the Alliance more time.
To try to find, the hero that we're looking for that will come in and save this important structure.
The hearing is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Hanover Insurance says they're reviewing the complaint and will comment when appropriate. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Chandler. National Grid and Worcester Police on scene of a utility pole down Wednesday afternoon. Vale Street was closed as crews worked to upright the pole. Wires became entangled in a FedEx truck. Police made sure to keep people away from the wires as they say it could be dangerous. No word yet on how the pole fell. A federal court ruling against the family of a boy who claims Wi-Fi can make him sick. Lawyer John Markham says his client suffers from electromagnetic hypersensitivity. This means large amounts of Wi-Fi can cause him to have headaches, chest palpitations, and nosebleeds. Markham says the boy, identified as G, attended the Faith School in Southborough where the constant Wi-Fi bothered him. After the school wouldn't modify their Wi-Fi for G, his family took them to court. The judge ruled in favor of the school, but Markham says more needs to be done on the issue.
Parents are letting their kids stay in classrooms for 7 hours a day with radiation beaming through them without having given enough thought about whether or not that is going to be a long-term problem. It reminds me of smoking in the 50s.
The family is now considering whether to seek review by a higher court. G will attend St. John's High School in the fall where Wi-Fi accommodations are being made. A new police academy at Quinsigamond Community College is aimed to help prepare those interested in becoming a part-time officer. It's the first of its kind in Massachusetts, and the school says they want to give as many students as possible the opportunity. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us now with more on the new program. Roslyn?
Olivia, anyone over the age of 18 can apply for this program, and the sergeant in charge of it says it's a way for people to get their foot in their door to law enforcement. Amanda Joquin wants to further her career in law enforcement, and with a new unique program at Quinsigamond Community College, the dispatcher now has the opportunity.
I do have the education part, but I don't have any field experience, and it is a step towards that direction.
The Reserve Intermediate Recruit Officer Academy at Quinsigamond Community College is geared towards anyone interested in becoming a part-time officer. QCC's police chief will sponsor anyone interested in applying.
It's going to be able to give individuals the opportunity to get their feet in the door.
Sergeant Joseph Checky helped bring the program to the college and says he got his start in law enforcement through a program like this.
I started part-time in a town. I now work full-time here at the college, as well as a part-time police officer. And I think it's a really great entry-level opportunity.
Sergeant Checky says QCC is the first community college in the state to have this program. He says it will run like a regular police academy and will be overseen by the Massachusetts Police Training Committee.
We're streamlining the process. We're making it easier for individuals to seek training to eventually try to apply for employment at a town, city, or even a college police department.
Joquin has already applied and been accepted, and is looking forward to her future in law enforcement.
Not only do you get education, you now get the experience that will give you the job opportunity to become an officer.
Now, classes will start in September, but there will be information sessions the next 2 Mondays for anyone who's interested. Roslyn Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester Regional Airport receiving a $1 million grant for maintenance and further expansion. Wednesday, Congressman Jim McGovern announced the Federal Aviation Administration is awarding the money to the airport. The grant will fund rehabilitation of more than 7,000 square yards of existing pavement at the airport. According to McGovern, the pavement has reached the end of its useful life. A Webster woman is the lucky winner of the Mass State Lottery. Victoria DeLito claimed her $1 million prize Wednesday. There were more than 1.5 million entries for the $30 200 times second chance draw. According to the Mass State Lottery, DeLito selected the cash option of $650,000, which means the less applicable taxes and withholdings. And judging by the picture, she was very excited.